50 Cent and Drake, they meet up in Canada. 50's gonna 50 as well, man. 50 was on stage, extremely petty.
Yep.
So
Yeah, man.
petty, bro.
Yeah, he thanked Canada
Hell yeah.
for just being with him and rocking with him, and and he even said it, Lou. What did he say? A couple of y'all.
Yeah, a couple of y'all kicked out Rick Ross.
Yeah, man.
Rick Ross is
pointed in the audience. A couple of y'all kicked Rick Ross.
This right here. One more.
Oh, so y'all ain't gonna let nobody disrespect the West Coast, huh? Oh, y'all ain't gonna let nobody mock and imitate our legends, huh?
Y'all, Drake, the self-proclaimed sixth god, is drowning in a sea of his own ego after picking a fight with the wrong rap legend. That's right, folks. Kendrick Lamar has finally had enough of Drake's culture vulture antics and decided to put him in his place. And let me tell you, it's not looking pretty for our Canadian crooner. But wait, there's a twist. Just when you thought Drake couldn't sink any lower, he pulls out his secret weapon, none other than the king of pettiness himself, 50 Cent. That's right. While the entire hip-hop community is busy dragging Drake through the mud, 50 decides to swoop in and play besties with the desperate Drizzy. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's just two rappers hanging out. Oh, honey, if only it were that simple. Let's break down this mess, shall we? First off, let's talk about Drake's spectacular fall from grace. This man, who's been riding the coattails of every culture he can get his hands on, finally bit off more than he could chew when he decided to disrespect the entire West Coast. And not just any West Coast legend, we're talking about the immortal Tupac Shakur. That's right, Drake thought it would be a brilliant idea to use AI-generated voices of Tupac and Snoop Dogg to diss Kendrick Lamar. Talk about a new low. It's like watching a toddler try to pick a fight with Muhammad Ali. Embarrassing, pathetic, and destined for failure. But our boy Drake didn't stop there. Oh no, he had to keep poking the bear. He's been strutting around in Tupac t-shirts, posing with cars that look suspiciously like the one Tupac was tragically killed in, and generally acting like he's some sort of West Coast ambassador. Newsflash, Drake, buying a ring and wearing a t-shirt doesn't make you Tupac. It makes you a glorified fanboy with too much money and not enough sense. And let's not forget his laughable attempt at street cred. Drake had the audacity to name drop YG in his diss track, as if YG would ever back him up against Kendrick. Sorry, Drake, but YG was too busy standing shoulder to shoulder with Kendrick at his pop-up show while you were probably crying into your custom-made silk pillows. But here's where it gets really juicy. Enter 50 Cent, the man who never met a controversy he didn't like. While the rest of the hip-hop world is treating Drake like he's got the plague, 50 decides to fly out to Toronto for a little tete-a-tete with the desperate Drizzy. Now let's get one thing straight. 50 Cent isn't exactly known for his loyalty. This is the same man who'd throw his own grandmother under the bus for a viral moment. But even by 50's standards, this move is raising eyebrows. Picture the scene. 50 strolls into Drake's Toronto mansion, decked out in an LA hat. Subtle, right? About as subtle as a sledgehammer to the face. It's like he's screaming, "Look at me, I'm trolling the West Coast." Real classy 50, but wait, it gets better. These two clowns start brainstorming about some super secret project. Oh please, we all know what this is, a desperate attempt by Drake to stay relevant and a classic 50 Cent move to stir up drama. Let's be real for a second, Drake's about as culturally relevant right now as a flip phone. He's been exposed as a culture vulture, a fake tough guy, and now, thanks to his beef with Kendrick, a subpar rapper, the man's clinging to relevance by his fingernails, and 50 Cent is his life raft. And 50? Well, he's just being 50. The man thrives on chaos like a vampire thrives on blood. He's probably cackling with glee at the thought of all the attention this little hangout is getting. But here's the thing, Fitty, you're playing with fire. See, 50 Cent might not be a West Coast native, but he owes his career to Dr. Dre. You know, the same Dr. Dre who's firmly in Kendrick's corner, the same Dr. Dre who gave 50 his big break when everyone else had written him off. And how does 50 repay that loyalty? By cozying up to the man who's been disrespecting everything Dre stands for. It's a move so snaky, so backstabbing, that it's making fans question everything they thought they knew about 50 Cent. Is this really about business, or is 50 so desperate for attention that he's willing to throw away his principles for a few Instagram likes? And let's not forget the cherry on top of this mess, Drake's continued disrespect of Tupac. Even after Tupac's family and estate made it crystal clear that they want nothing to do with him, Drake keeps pushing. He's like a toddler throwing a tantrum, desperate for any kind of attention, even if it's negative. But here's the kicker, folks. While Drake's out here playing dress up in Tupac shirts and posing with look-alike cars, Kendrick's actually out there making a difference. Remember when Kendrick quietly donated money to his old high school? He was shocked when anyone found out because he wasn't doing it for the clout. He was doing it because it was the right thing to do.
It's a little bit deeper than just the music. There's cats out here really trying to do something and really trying to spark the idea of positivity in the community. Let me tell my story. Let me tell other stories that's out here that want to do something different, but can't because you're in an environment where you just gotta adapt. And what happens is it invites people in to get another perspective. It brings a whole another side of the world to Compton, to this backyard right here, and say, okay, these are actually people.
Is that why you wanted to give money to Centennial, to sort of steer kids in a similar direction?
Yeah, how y'all know that info?
Because we were there, we were at the jazz band.
Yeah, that was nothing I want to put out there in the papers or whatnot. I just wanted to do that. In high school, there was a lot of freestyle sessions. When you have people around you that actually see something in you, they give you that extra push. Stay in the studio, man. Stay in the studio.
Meanwhile, Drake's idea of giving back is probably throwing dollar bills at his reflection in the mirror. The man wouldn't know genuine community support if it slapped him in his perfectly manicured beard. So, what's the end game here? Is Drake hoping that by hanging out with 50 Cent, some of that early 2000s street cred will rub off on him? Sorry, Drizzy, but you can't buy authenticity. No amount of designer streetwear or fake gangster posturing is going to change the fact that you're about as hard as a marshmallow. And 50? Well, he might think he's playing 4D chess, but he's really just showing his true colors. The man who once claimed to be loyal to a fault is now cozying up to the biggest culture vulture in the game. It's a move so transparently desperate for attention that it's almost sad. Almost. But here's the real tea, folks. While Drake and 50 are playing their little games, Kendrick's out here changing the game. He's dropping bars that make Drake's lyrics look like nursery rhymes. He's got the respect of the streets, the critics, and the legends. And most importantly, he's got integrity, something Drake wouldn't recognize if it hit him in his ghostwriter-penned lyrics. So, what's next in this soap opera? Will Drake and 50's secret project turn out to be a desperate attempt at a comeback? Will Dr. Dre finally call 50 out for his betrayal? Or will Drake finally realize that no amount of clout chasing can save him from the lyrical beatdown Kendrick's been serving him? One thing's for sure, this drama is far from over. Drake's ego is writing checks his talent can't cash, and 50's stirring the pot like his life depends on it. It's a recipe for disaster, and we're here for every messy moment of it. But let's be real for a second. When the dust settles, when the memes have been posted and the diss tracks have been dropped, what are we left with? On one side, we have Kendrick Lamar, a true artist, a voice for his community, a rapper who's elevating the entire genre. On the other, we have Drake, a man so desperate for relevance that he's willing to disrespect legends, appropriate cultures, and align himself with anyone who'll have him. The choice is clear, folks. You can ride with authenticity, talent, and integrity, or you can hitch your wagon to a fading star who's more concerned with his Instagram aesthetic than his artistic legacy. As for 50 Cent, well, he's made his bed. Now he gets to lie in it, right next to Drake and his shattered reputation. Hope that secret project was worth it, Fitty. Because from where we're standing, it looks like you just traded your credibility for a front row seat to Drake's downfall. So what do you think, gossip lovers? Is this the end of Drake's reign? Has 50 Cent finally gone too far? Or is this all just another day in the drama-filled world of hip-hop? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more piping hot tea. Remember, in the world of celebrity drama, the truth is always stranger than fiction. And right now, the truth is that Drake's career is looking about as stable as a house of cards in a hurricane. Stay tuned, folks. Something tells me this storm is far from over. Goodbye.